question. Meanwhile, at the Conservative Political Action Conference, CPAC, Ann Coulter felt perfectly comfortable taking a contrarian stand against freedom, and the freedom-hating crowd loved it.
What do you mean, knowing that there are jailed journalists? I think there should be more jailed journalists.
Now, I want to go quickly to what Ann Coulter said about jailed journalists. You've had some experience this with your sister being held in North Korea, well, and Bill Clinton coming to the rescue to get her out of there in a very dramatic situation. I'm sure you and your family were terribly afraid of what was going to happen or how long she was going to be held. What's your reaction when you hear Ann Coulter just so flippantly make a reference like that?
It makes me incensed, and certainly there were those people who said that my sister and her team should not have been there, and they deserved the punishment they received, and that just angers me so much because I'm such a fierce advocate of free press, and I suppose if there weren't, we should just kind of sit and remain ignorant and not have the desire and just allow people who sort of pontificate and profess to know things about which they may not know to be our sources of news. And I think that's actually a very dangerous attitude. And I think that these days, with so much media, the need for journalism and people being out in the field is more important than ever.
And it seems that what we're seeing there with Ann Coulter and with the thinking even in the focus group is this huge abundance of American freedom. We're so free that Ann can just make a joke about jailing journalists. I think it was a joke. I'm not sure what the full context was. And that those people, you know, in the focus group can very freely just think whatever they feel like thinking without necessarily having facts to back it up. Is there a kind of laziness that you find that comes with our freedom?
I actually don't think there's a lot of thinking at all. I think that we're so sort of desperate to be told what to think that we take so much of what we hear as fact or reality or as news. And I actually think that that's dangerous.
Now, you've been everywhere. You've just been everywhere on the planet. Surely you've been to Egypt.
I have been to Egypt,
like
yes.
How many times?
Yeah, I've been to Egypt twice.
What you saw happen in the previous 20 days in Egypt, how much did that surprise you? What of it made sense to you as you were watching it unfold?
Well, it was surprising, but having just sort of seen what happened in Iran last year, I think that there's a movement happening throughout the world. It's increasingly more difficult for any dictator to maintain this kind of stranglehold over the people. And I just think it's so incredible that these social networks that were created by American young people are now destabilizing governments and allowing millions of people to organize. I think the consequences, however, for the U.S. government will be kind of interesting. I think from here on out, we really need to really rethink U.S. policy toward authoritarian regimes, because they can no longer continue to maintain this stranglehold.
Yeah, the social media and the internet and all this free flow of information is something that the regimes don't know how to deal with. They used to be able to just clamp down on newspapers, control the newspapers, and you're done. Yeah. That's it. That controls information in these countries, but it's different now.
And you